behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Paul Mash TV. Paul Mash TV.
Well, hello everybody. It's another edition of Paul Mash TV here. We're glad that you could join us today, and we'll have that interview ready for you in just a couple moments. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell here on YouTube, and you're always going to get the latest interviews whenever they become available. And feel free to leave a comment on the comment section. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/PaulMashTV, which is our official Facebook page, and feel free to like the page, inbox us there, comment on all the videos you see. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And you can use email at paulmashtv, all one word, at gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist wanting to be on the show, you can use that email. But also, if you're just a fan, we would love to hear from you there as well. And we're going to recap all this on the closing credits at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. In just a moment, we're going to have Young Promise from Las Vegas, Nevada, another talented artist on our show, and I know you're going to love it, so we'll get to that in just a second, but here's a quick word from Click Jam, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me, thinking about what could.
Okay, it's interview time again, of course, and with us from Las Vegas, Nevada, we have Young Promise. Thanks for joining us, Young Promise.
Hey, what's good with you, Paul Mash? I'm glad to be here. Paul Mash TV, Young Promise live from Las Vegas.
Yeah, exactly. The only real show out there, I think. No.
Hey, represent. Represent. I respect that. I respect that. Well, I'm glad to be on one of the realest shows. I think that's
exactly. So tell us a little bit about how you got into the music thing. You know, everybody has their own story, and I'm sure you got a nice story to tell us.
Yeah. I mean, simply just goes back to childhood. You say, how did I get into music? Honestly, music got into me. You know what I mean? It was an escape. It was an adventure. Music was my soul and spirit connection to a world that I wanted to know more about. I was a person who kind of was more attracted to slow love songs, you know, Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, things like that. Of course, with my culture, hip hop was a big part of it. I was a basketball player and stuff. So warming up, music was always in line and in tune and in my realm of everything that I've really done. I was a writer as a child. So I really took to a lot of artists that I could actually find, you know, the real history on their artistry, on their upbringing and what, you know, got them to be where they were, as I was attracted to what they were as celebrities or just real good musicians. And so for about, I would say all the way up till I was about 14, I never really shared any of my creative writing with a lot of people other than schoolwork. Kept several journals. I'd like to rap. I like to write poetry. I like to draw. Always had to make sure I had a little boombox, you know, something I could keep, a compact disc player. And I always kept music in my ear. It was really my escape from everything that was just not so well in my home. So at 14, I actually started going to once I got into high school, I started just kind of lyrically jumping into some things that we would do at lunchtime or on the court, and people would beatbox, and, you know, so we would rap about clothes, shoes, food, nothing real serious. And ever since, music has just been like everything to me. I'm very eclectic. You know, a lot of people see me, they don't think I'll listen to Jason Aldean. I'll listen to Jason Aldean. I'll listen to Taylor Swift. I'll listen to Fiona Apple. You know, I'll listen to Lady Gaga. I'm a person that, yes, I love music, but I'm deeper than music. I fall in love with the artist. And I think that's what my connection with music is as I just came back to music last February after about an 8 to 10 year gap and I wasn't doing my thing. 6 years I performed live in Los Angeles, California, almost a solid 6 years. And that's what I did. feet to the pavement, finding venues, finding shows, you know, had a DJ, had a rock, reggae, and rap group. We weren't necessarily a group, but we were always together. So it was, it's just been something that I've always known to be a passion, you know. As life got better for me, as I got better, as far as my personal improvement, I tapped in with music, and God blessed me last year to give me the opportunity to come back to the microphone and spit again and share myself with the world after all the growth that's happening in my life. And so basically, you know, I have a tattoo on my arm. I don't know if you can see it. I got this tattoo when I was 19. It says hip hop is me. Hip hop is me. So I kind of claimed that a long time ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that is quite a good story. And would you say some of those artists you mentioned, would you say they were your main influences, or maybe you could mention a few of them if not?
Yeah, I would say a lot of them were I held very high influences, generally because I'm a person that I've always been attracted to the love side of music. For a long time, I was attracted to just hearing an older artist. You know, at the time, me being young, listening to Marvin Gaye, he was already, you know, an older man, you know. And me being a person searching for love in my life, I kind of took those songs and almost made them like a fantasy where I was like, is this real? Because this man is singing this with so much passion and soul and sincerity that I was like, there's another world outside. There's another world, you know, and it kind of, it just influenced me to do that in different genres of music. So with hip hop, I've always, Tupac, of course. Tupac has, like I tell people a lot, Tupac raised me. And it's crazy. It's like he never knew he was my dad, but he raised me with his music, you know. Jay-Z, I've always known his story since 99 and before, and how he got started. And I follow him as a businessman all the way till this day. And just watching these different artists, and even some female artists, like Queen Latifah, someone that I majorly just aspired to just kind of take on a role that she has in entertainment fully, not just music, you know. So some of my main hip hop influencers are still very relevant today, whether they're in the same field or they're now, you know, business people, and they're running and owning organizations and bringing out things. That's what I'm influenced by. I'm influenced by the longevity, how long something can last by being truly into your artistry. And so
Yeah,
that's
and
what
you did mention Marvin Gaye, and obviously he's always going to be a legend.
always going to be a legend. Yes, you know, forever lives on. Absolutely. And I mean, his story is just, even the story of, you know, his passing. I mean, just all the way through, it was just like, it's intense. You know what I mean? And sometimes for me, what does it with music is the substance, you know, that it's not just the instruments, or it's the substance that the artist is bringing. And Marvin Gaye, you know, the substance in his life, you know, it's just the way he even got on the mic and was able to shadow just not every part of his personal life, but it's just being able to grace the mic, you know what I mean? Being able to grace it and touch hearts, and to move spirits, and get some hands waving and some bodies closed. And I think that's just the power behind it for me. Is I love to do that. I want to get your mind working. I want to get your heart pumping, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Well, why don't you tell everybody exactly where we can find your music? I mean, I'm sure it's on all streaming platforms, but I'm sure you have physical copies too. And if you do, you can volunteer that as well.
Oh, absolutely. You can actually find my music on almost every major platform. I don't actually tap into every single one myself, but I'm doing very well on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, also regular Amazon. You can search me as an artist, Young Promise. You can search up Slick Talk album, my Brick to Brick album. You can connect with me on Facebook, you know, and on Facebook, I have, my music is actually out on Facebook. So if you were going to search music on Facebook, everything I've done in the last 16 months is there. You can search me on Instagram the same way. And by the way, my Instagram is at YNG_promise_YP. Follow me, at me, at me. I'll at back, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I think I'm a little bigger than I know right now. And because I'm putting in a lot of work steadily and very dedicated in spending time in my studio and going over analytics and learning myself to relearn everything I used to do so many years ago. Once I really step back and just stop recording and stop doing everything and I pay attention, I'm like, oh, wait, I got some supporters, you know? And I'm like, okay, so it just drives me, you know, and I just appreciate anybody, you know, on iTunes. The singles are $1.29. Some of the albums are $10.99. Any bit of support will help to keep what I'm doing and what I love to do active and reaching new heights every new day. That's what I'm about. Thank you guys.
Okay. Well, I know she would love it if you went to those streaming platforms and downloaded her music. I know, like I said, I know she would love you for that. So do that today. And speaking of your music, we're getting ready to watch this music video. Don't Ask, I think is the title of it. And why don't you tell us a little story about that song? Is there a story behind it?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it short because this story kind of sums up. This kind of sums up just kind of like a mood or an attitude or however people want to label it. But don't ask, and it's parenthesized. Ask your bitch. I don't know if I can say that. Go ahead and bleep it if you don't want it on the show. But that is what it's parenthesized. The reason being, I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm a full-blown lesbian. Okay. Now, with what that brings with the style and the swag and the drip that I got, I get a lot of negativity from the male side. You know, some love me, some just can't stand me, and they got, you know, a lot of questions. Who you think you are and what you think you a man, you know, you think you a man? And no, I'm a female and I got masculine traits. What can I do about it? You know? So I'm gonna tell you how I thought of this song though. So I went to pick up pizza for my family. I go and I pull in and there's a group of guys and it's like just a very diverse group and they're standing next to the little car. And so one of the guys, I'm still on my phone waiting for the pizza. So I have my window down, the guy's staring in the car. And I look over and, you know, I really can't stand for a person to stare at you, not just say hi or what's up. So I kind of looked, I didn't say anything. And I look again and they're now all facing me staring in the car. So I'm thinking, they must got some questions, right? And so of course, they didn't say anything. I get a ping to my phone, the pizza's ready. I get out and I'm walking in the pizza store and I'm like mumbling to myself, like thinking, well, don't ask me. You know, if you're confused on who I am, ask your bitch. Because I guarantee your girl will tell you what it is. Why are you staring at me? Why are you attracted to me? What do you want to know about me? I know that I throw off this glow. I understand that. But a lot of people, they mistake my age. But it was funny. So I go home that night and I kept saying that in my head. I'm like, don't ask me, ask your bitch. Don't ask me, ask you. So then I went and I went with my beats and I played with it. And then I literally wrote that song that night in like 4 hours. And on my birthday last year, August 16th, shot the video that you're about to see right here. I just woke up and the week prior I said, that's what I want to do for my birthday. I'm shooting a music video in Oakland and it's going to be this song. And so we did it.
Okay. Well, yeah. It is a great song, obviously, because I just heard it a few times. And we're going to play that in just a minute, but Young Promise, I think that's all the time we have for now. We want to thank you so much for coming. And we'd like for you to come back sometime if you have anything new to plug for us.
Yeah, I'm actually working on planning out a new video. I would love to come here and share that with you as you help me share this with the world. I appreciate your time, Paul. I thank you for having me.
All right, well, let's watch that video now. Don't ask your bitch, I guess is the full title of it.
Ask your bitch.
And we'll get to that in just a moment, but don't go away. We'll be right back.
All right.
If it ain't about money, you can miss me. Clip stay full for a sissy. She choosy, but I'm picky. Notorious like Biggie. She hit me for the quickie. Got you bitchy. Don't try me, that's risky. It's sickening. All these bitch niggas tryna diss me. She hit me for the quickie, got you bitchy, don't try me, that's risky, it's sickening, all these bitch niggas tryna diss me, hold up, hey yo, what'd he say? What'd he ask you? Killer white P is it. Ask your bitch. If it ain't about money, you can miss me. Stay up, stay fly, stay busy. 10 G's in my jeans, stay crispy. If it ain't about money, you can miss me. Wanna know why these suckers hate on me? Ask your bitch. Wanna know why I keep that thing on me? Ask your bitch. Don't ask me. Ask your bitch. Ask your bitch. Don't ask me. Ask your bitch. Ask your bitch. Stay up, stay fly, stay busy. Keep it 100, 250s. I'm the one now. Hustle hard. Sun up to sundown. Live a high life, never come down. On the come up, got her face down and her butt up. Nigga, what's up? This click clack leave you fucked up. What you need to know? Live a boss life like case closed. I'm free to go. I'm gonna sit, don't touch me. I'm a slim thug, but my pockets fat, they pudgy. This shit's real. You mad at me for being a big deal? So fireproof like Mo McCoy and Big Chill. I'm a nappy head on my bullshit, no bullshit, on go mode. 7 days, all 24 like a corner stove. We can go toe to toe, blow for blow, just so you know. If it ain't about money, you can miss me. 10 G's in my jeans, stay crispy. If I had a twin, your bitch would probably still pay. About money, you can miss me. Stay up, stay fly, stay busy. 10 G's in my jeans, stay crispy. If it ain't about money, you can miss me. Wanna know why these suckers hate on me? Ask your bitch. Wanna know why I keep that thing on me? Ask your bitch. Don't ask me. Ask your bitch. Ask your bitch. Don't ask me. Ask your bitch. Ask your bitch. Stay up, stay fly, stay busy. This beat bouncing like titties. This beat bouncing like titties. Won't quit till I run your city. Want it all, no 50-50. White P, I'm on the grind trying to feed mine. Can't relax, no me time. Keep a queen bee at the beehive. You touch mine, get your ass kicked. I'm the real deal, never plastic. Who the baddest? Get bitch slap if you ask it. On the microphone, I'm mad shit. Want a mansion and a Lambo. A bad bitch who commando in a sundress and sandals to touch me and tease me. This rap shit so easy. I kill this, we kill this. Don't make you feel this. It's keep me kosher. This deuce will fold ya like yoga. It's over, I'm here. 2020 vision so clear. Just watch when I drop, gonna pop like a whole case of beer. It's my time, my turn. It's my money loving year. Don't sleep, I'm a creep to the top, to the peak. Wave high to all of you haters. Fuck hating, get paper, no favors for fakers. Take your bitch, see you later. In LA, finna ball hard like a Laker. If it ain't about money, you can miss me. Stay up, stay fly, stay busy. 10 G's in my jeans, stay crispy. If it ain't about money, you can miss me. Wanna know why these suckers hate on me? Ask your bitch. Wanna know why I keep that thing on me? Ask your bitch. Don't ask me. Ask your bitch. Ask your bitch. Don't ask me. Ask your bitch. Ask your bitch. Don't ask. Ask your bitch.